I fidgeted with my camera gear. I was the only Cuttrill in the displacement tunnel, one elbow-height fox-looking being in the serried ranks of thousands of human and krill. As a combat cameraman, I had trained up for this assault alongside them, and they had accepted me. But humans and krill meshed like no other two species ever had. The humans, a deeply warlike species despite their yearning for peace, had taken the skittish and panic-prone masses of the krill the Interstellar Council used as cannon fodder, and changed them. Gone was the reliance on drugs and implants. In their place, human training. The krill were drilled, exercised, taught, drilled, and drilled some more. But more than that, the humans had opened up the very soul of the krill, and given them the very essence of their own fire. With rituals, drums, and firelit rites on moonless Earth nights, the humans had passed to the krill the essence of their own warrior cultures. The krill took what spoke to them and made it their own. Where before a krill force was destined to break under a heavy fight, they would now grimly refuse to yield. And we would need it. We were assaulting a conqueror cradle world, where they had bred their slaves. Specifically, where they bred Draki, their favored soldiers. The remaining free Draki were so few in number and so scattered that their very survival was in doubt. Their only hope was to rescue as many Draki who were too young to be implanted with the Conqueror's slave cybernetics as possible, and bring them back. It was hot from all the bodies. The humans and krill were physically incapable of speaking the same language, but they sang together. The krill sang heroic passages from their epic sagas, and the humans answered with their ancient war chants. Time passed weirdly in the surreal atmosphere, until the displacement indicator started flashing, and the front wall flared in and out of sight. The singing was instantly replaced with howls, war cries, screaming. A nearby human cut loose with a bone-chilling rebel yell, and I was overcome. My head tilted back, and I keened my own fury into the thunder. The light flashed solid, the wall turned an infinite black, and we charged into it, and straight onto the surface of Bathlu's world. The advance team had barely secured the area, and we charged straight into the fight, guns and voices thundering. We pushed the enemy slave forces back into their night-cloaked city until we hit a defensive line. The fighting was insane. The gunfire was too loud to be sound or even noise. It was a pressure. Strobing muzzle flashes and staccato explosions gave everything a bleached, oversaturated look. Too bright, then instantly too dark. I photographed humans and krill next to each other. Fighting, providing first aid, dead, dying. Always shoulder to shoulder. The Draki charged, dying in droves, but rolling towards us like a wave until the humans sprang forward with their bayonets and checked them, barely holding. Then the krill fell upon them with tomahawks. The fighting was hand-to-hand for what seemed like an eternity, until finally the conquerors ran out of slaves to throw at us. Our losses were terrible, but we tripped and stumbled over the carpet of bodies to our objective and held open a corridor for follow-on forces. 3,523 Draki children were brought through our cordon, kicking, screaming, resisting with every bit of conqueror conditioning they had. We barely made it back through the displacement array ahead of the nukes. Once the conquerors realized they couldn't hold the planet, they decided to sterilize it. The total numbers are still being tallied, but the survival of the Draki species is assured. The humans wept and the Kiri trilled, not for their fallen brothers, but for the billions of alien children they couldn't save. I only hope that the images I captured does their valor justice, and honors this warrior culture that is preserving us all. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Everything I used is in the description below. If there's a story you'd like to hear narrated, let me know and I'll reach out to the author and see if we can make that happen. Thanks again. It's a scary world out there, but remember, to be brave and look up, to seek the stars.